Jensen's in the middle of a parasite cleanse. I went heli-skiing and I got my dream sauna. And Kira's struggling a little bit with gentle parenting. The more you know, the harder it is to remember what it's like to know nothing, which is who you're trying to speak to in your content. So a lot of it is like dumbing it down and not trying to use big words and pretty much making it to be understood by a 7-year-old. Hey team, welcome back to another episode of The Wellness Effect. And today we are doing a catch-up video, not to be confused with mustard. But we're getting into it. Today's a good catch-up day because Jensen's in the middle of a parasite cleanse. I went heli-skiing and I got my dream sauna, and Kira's struggling a little bit with gentle parenting and figuring out her ways of what she wants to do there. So we're going to get into it this episode and
enjoy.
Today we're just going to do a little catchity catch up because we miss each other and we've been trying to keep our episodes very strict and to the point and giving you guys all of the knowledge, but we still like to catch up. So we're going to do just a full-on catch-up episode.
Yeah, and apparently people also like the catch-ups and they think we're funny. So we're giving the people what they want.
Jab, don't say
that. We are. And if you like
You
mustard,
guys
that's fine to be here too.
Wait, what did you just say?
God damn it, Lacey.
Do you guys like the
Oh my god. Okay, well, we've just lost our funniness.
That was good.
I was literally like, side note, like in my brain, little pin to like make a catch-up joke, and then Lacey took it. It was a good one.
Oh my god. That's so funny.
And Jensen's like, and my power's out.
No. Jensen is having some power difficulty, so we might lose her halfway through, but you guys...
Well, the electricity in my building might get cut off any minute now, so I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode, and I'll see you next week, but we'll see. We'll see.
But I'm actually reporting live from New Orleans, so I'm in a different studio today in my hotel room.
Tell us what you're doing there.
So I'm here for a business event. Yeah, New Orleans, never been here. We just missed Mardi Gras by like 2 weeks, which is kind of lame because that would have been so fun. But
that'd be so cool.
Yeah, I'm here for a business mastermind thing. So the mentors that we have that help us with the business, they put on an event kind of like every 6 months or so for the people in the mastermind. So we're here for that. And I actually get to present. So I'm doing a presentation tomorrow at 1:00.
They want me to present, so I'm doing a presentation.
And what are you presenting on?
What's it about?
On how to build a personal brand. So I'm talking a lot, just giving them some tips and tricks on what I've learned from working with my team of creative directors over the last 9 months now, maybe. So I'm excited. I think my presentation is actually really good, and I think they're going to get a lot.
Are you going to record it by any chance so we can watch it?
Yeah, it'll be recorded so you guys can watch it. So you can get some help.
I think that's so cool because I love like part of like being in, I think a lot of honestly like other practitioners listen to our podcast sometimes, and like something that a lot of them struggle with is like you can be an amazing practitioner, coach, whatever, but knowing how to have a presence on social media is not that easy.
No,
it isn't though.
And it's funny too because I talk about this in my presentation, but it's especially getting into the functional space. You can't overcomplicate it. And so many people it's almost like the more you know, the harder it is to remember what it's like to know nothing, which is who you're trying to speak to in your content. So a lot of it is like dumbing it down and not trying to use big words and pretty much making it able to be understood by a 7-year-old.
Well, I know even with my content lately, I just find I'm repeating the same stuff over, especially because we talk about it's just like the foundations, but I just have to remember like that's the stuff people are struggling with is the most basic, mundane, easy shit because it's just hard to do that stuff over and over again because you don't get that like immediate reward, right?
Yeah. And that's another thing that I talk about in my presentation is you pretty much just have to say the same thing over and over again because nobody remembers what they seen on social media yesterday. And even if they did, they sure as heck didn't like sit down and take notes and then immediately implement what you told them to do. It takes you repeating it like 50 times so that you become known as that person. And then they're like, oh yeah. And then they think of you and they're bloated at night and they're like, oh yeah, that girl said to do this. And then the next time they see your content, you're still talking about bloating, then they'll maybe ask for your debloat guide. Like who knows? But But no, so I'm
And
excited,
now
and I feel like
all the people that view our content are going to know our trick, and they're going to look for how much we repeat ourselves.
Yes, that's good. But no, I'm just excited to present one I haven't presented since my last year of university when I got chosen to present my thesis statement in front of my graduating class. And my presentation was literally on how to skin a moose, which is so funny. So I did my thesis in university.
That's amazing.
Like my final thesis, which we had to research for like a whole entire year, was on the quality of meat, like wild meat versus industrial meat. I don't know what you would call that, but not wild meat. And so in the final presentation, I pretty much brought them through like how to skin a moose and then just the final findings of wild meat versus industrial meat. I don't think that's the right thing, but that's fine. You guys get it. And so I haven't presented since then. So I am a little bit nervous, but I'm excited to talk about something where it's not like
Super
scientifically
sciencey.
correct. And I'm like, I
Yeah.
can just like flow and I don't
Riff.
have to memorize my lines. And so I'm
Well, and
excited.
I always think, like, even though we're not directly presenting all the time, we're always like talking and having these conversations and practicing. So it won't be much different, just X amount of people watching you. But I feel like you're not. Are you like scared of crowds and presenting?
I'm
and
not, I like
public
it, but I
speaking?
definitely get a huge nervous system reaction. Like I'm going to be nervous for sure and in my head and like a little bit shaky, especially when I first get up there, which is just like funny because I've taught all of these students like on calls on
Yeah, I
Zooms,
was gonna say,
everything.
don't you know most of the people?
Yeah, everyone pretty much.
Yeah.
But I don't know, it's something about because I don't like being perceived. That's like a huge core fear of mine. That's why I don't like to wear white t-shirts or white shoes. because I don't like don't like being, that's the fear of being perceived, like what people are thinking of you, judging you. And so like being the center of attention makes me like, but it's funny because I want to do it, but I like it, but it's still, even yesterday I was like going through my slides on the plane and my heart was like, I'm like, Jesus, Lacey, you're on a plane.
I think
like,
that's
just
so
relax.
natural though.
But
like,
you know what's
it's human nature.
Yeah, and this is like, I remember once we were going on like a fishing trip with a bunch of Brett's family and I hadn't really met a lot of them and we're pulling in and like my heart was racing and my palms were getting like sweaty and I was like, oh, I feel nervous. And then Brett just learns me. He's like, oh my gosh, I just got butterflies. I feel so excited. And I was like, oh, are these like maybe
same
I'm
thing.
excited? And then I literally just shifted my mindset in the moment. I'm like, oh, I'm excited. And of course, I think you are nervous probably slightly, but it might be cool to just like test out, like maybe I'm just excited because you've spent fucking years basically developing this presentation. And like maybe you're just excited to like
I am.
share
And
it.
I've had that mindset talk with my nervous system, but just
Still not.
It's hard to believe it sometimes.
Not picking it up. Yeah.
No, it'll be interesting to see. But I think once it's like, you get the first like slide over where I'm literally just talking about myself anywy. So no, I'm excited.
I'm Lacey.
Hi, I'm Lacey. I'm from British Columbia, Canada. You guys all know me in here.
I have almost 1 million followers.
But
Okay, bye.
But no, so it should be good. So that's what's new in my world. And I do want to tell you guys about my heli-skiing, but maybe give me just a little break of talking before I come back.
Okay, I want to talk about my parasite cleanse.
Oh yeah, Jensen.
This episode of The Wellness Effect is brought to you by Lifestyle You. If you're listening to this podcast and thinking, okay, this sounds like me, whether it's low energy, hormone imbalances, stubborn symptoms, or you just feel like you've tried everything, Lifestyle You is our root cause coaching program designed to help you actually connect the dots.
We use functional nutrition, personalized support, and functional lab testing to figure out why your body is doing what it's doing, instead of just guessing or slapping a Band-Aid on symptoms.
And because you're a listener of The Wellness Effect, when you use the code Wellness Effect, you'll receive a free functional lab when you join the program. If this episode is resonating with you, make sure to share it with a friend, subscribe to the podcast, and check out the show notes to learn more about Lifestyle You and how to apply. So
Big worm girl.
Big worm girl. Well, not huge worm girl. First day, I had a lot of worms, and they were big worms. And then I probably have had more, but I've been doing coffee enemas, so I don't like look in the coffee enemas, but it's been the craziest thing. But first thing I want to talk about before I like get into the parasite cleanse, because there is another topic I want to talk about, is how weirdly obsessed with doing parasite cleanses people are.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole other thing. Now, so I had like a lot of resistance to doing coffee enemas. And like even Zoe in our group chat was like, oh, like, I'm not like poop doesn't weird me out. I'm not grossed out by poop. I literally was going to say this to Lacey the other day. Like the reason why I break my circadian rhythm in the morning, this is so gross, but it's because I'm turning on my light to like look at what my poop looks like. Like I'm very like poop does not weird me out. And maybe that's just like partially having a dog and I'm just like not squirmy really about those things. But
Okay, side note, because I literally made a post about this the other day, but dogs always smell their poop. And it's because that's how you know what's happening with their digestion. And then they won't eat if they have like diarrhea or if
interesting.
something's wrong. Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like
Not shocked.
And
researching
they
on
also
like how to
sometimes
know.
eat their poop.
Yeah, and then
Yeah,
they
and they're
eat
like,
it.
this is
I'm
perfect.
healthy
I'm
today.
healthy. But I was like, oh, wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. But anyways, back to your
Yeah,
poop.
that does make a lot of sense. So anyways, I needed to like practice a coffee enema before I did them because you have to do them every day throughout the cleanse. And like Kira had said and warned me, like the first one you do, you're just kind of like figuring it out. And it was exactly that. So I'm like getting it set up. I didn't have time to do it, but I'm like, I need to do it. It was a couple days before the cleanse and it was nighttime. And then I was like, okay, like it was 8 p.m. I'm trying to like do this perfectly. I'm really kind of like the hygienic part of it does like still freak me out a little bit because there's just so many like things that could go wrong in my mind. And if you're not careful and you're not like taking
That's
proper
so funny to hear
hygiene
you say that.
measures, well, I just like know you guys probably don't think like that. And I'm like, literally after I'm done, anyways, I'll get there. So I don't end up doing it because I'm like, I have a full day of food in my gut and
Yeah.
I know like you can kind of feel energized from them. So I'm like, I don't want my first one to be like before bed when I'm like already a little bit like my nervous system is already like all intense right now because I'm like looking at Kira's guide and then like the coffee enema kit comes with like 2 separate guides and I'm like trying to figure out what to
Oh,
do and then you have
God.
to like boil and simmer and then let it sit and I'm like, oh my God, this is a fucking 3-hour long process. Like, what are these girls talking about? Like this sucks. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna leave it out. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But as I'm reading through these instructions, not the ones you gave, Kara, the ones you gave are great. The ones that are in the pamphlet, it's like to prepare for the coffee enema, put a plastic sheet down on your bathroom and then and I'm like, is this going to be the fucking messiest thing I've ever done in my entire life? Like,
Sometimes.
I'm literally like plastic sheet. Like, what is about to happen? Like, so then I'm like, okay, like, I guess I'm doing this tomorrow. And I like put all my stuff away. I get it ready for tomorrow. And I like go to bed. And I dreamt about it all night. And the dream was that there was shit all over the bathroom, all over the walls, everywhere. And Matt kept trying to come in and he was like,
Oh,
get out, Matt, like get out, there's poop everywhere. And I literally had that dream. It felt like one of those dreams that was like an hour long. Anyways, I did it the next day. That was my first time. Definitely didn't do it right the first time. Like I just feel like I didn't realize you're supposed to take out the tube and then like hold it. I thought you just like kept it in and held it.
I did that for a few times too.
Okay.
It's okay.
So now I've been taking it out and it's a whole other
makes it easier.
experience.
It's hard, like when you take it out, it's like hard, but then I find it easier like long term.
I'm getting there. Like I held it for a full 15 minutes this last one,
That's
which was
awesome.
good.
That's huge. It took me like 6 months to.
Well, so what I'm doing, and I feel like you might not do this based on what I've heard you, is like I do like 1 cup and then I kind of use that and like flush things out because usually that first one I can't hold for very long, which I know you can do like a warm water like enema.
I would always do like mineral water.
Yeah.
That's my first.
So I just did like 1 cup and then I do the other 3 cups next and then that it's like cleared out a little bit so I can hold it, which is just like crazy.
People are like,
saying
what
this stuff.
the fuck?
Guys, but the holding it and then like putting the tube up your butt and that part of it isn't like the part that I should have been worried about.
No.
It's the part going to the bathroom after that I should have been worried about.
It's
like
getting up off the floor and onto your toilet.
And running to it. It's crazy. I'm like, why has no one talked about this part? Like I've been so concerned about like, and then I'm like thinking because I need a plastic sheet down, I'm going to be spewing shit all over the floor midway through, but that doesn't happen.
No.
Well, it can.
Never. That's never.
Never say never.
Never gonna happen.
Oh my God,
It
that's so
is.
good. I'm glad you got your first one out of the way though, because it only goes up
Yeah.
from there.
And I've had 2 like parasites literally just, oh my God, like I'm gonna be gross. So one was like wrapped in like my poop, and then the second one was I went number 2, and you guys, a big, it's the second one I sent you guys, parasite hanging from my butt, wouldn't come out. Would not come out, and it was just and like long, like the size of my palm. And I'm like, what? And that's really what freaks me out. I'm like, what
So
the
did you
fuck?
pull
It's like
on it?
has its
Sorry.
claws. Yeah, I got toilet paper and had to pull it out because it wouldn't come out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that was longer than your palm. That was like the size of your arm.
Well, then then I got my chopsticks out and I like stretched it out and saw how long it was. But yeah, that was like the size of length of my forearm.
God.
So it's been interesting. And I'm also like deep luteal phase, and something that comes with this is anxiety, and hasn't been too bad, but it's definitely there. But it's
That
been
is so
interesting.
good though. I'm just like so excited that you're seeing them, because I'm like, imagine if this is just the secret answer to your
know.
period issues. I was thinking about that the other day. It's
I
like,
know.
I just
Well,
hope
and then
so
I had
bad.
that acupuncture appointment booked, and I wasn't gonna go. I like was on talking to Lacey, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna go, but I think I just need to do it because it's really expensive. But I also was thinking like, well, what if this does like make a difference? I kind of want to know what it is, and it could be a combo. But anyway, she was sick, so clearly the universe wanted me to know that this is working. Hopefully, that's what I'm telling myself.
And I would say it was just double, like it's just a fucking combo for sure. But
yeah. So I will
that's a
reschedule that
sign.
another day.
Yeah, reschedule it. But
That's
yeah,
so
just
cool.
hope
I
it
can't wait to
helps.
see. I think it might take a couple of rounds too, but it just made such a big impact for me on like my hormones and my progesterone and stuff to just clear
Well, they're
those
just like
out.
leeches. Like,
who knows what, like some people think they're like literal aliens that are here to like
Kill us.
So I don't know. I mean,
they're entities
honestly,
living inside you.
they
that one, like just freaking
and they
hanging out
never
of my
know.
butt. Like, I will never recover from that.
Yeah,
That was
no.
so scary.
It's a whole new level of like self.
And the fact that I'm sharing
something.
this on here, oops, but
Proud of you.
She's gonna text us later and be like, "You guys, I'm overthinking what we said on the podcast."
no, I actually won't care. As like as long as Matt doesn't listen, and because he's just like so. I'm like, I sent him the photo of the second one. And he was like, no. And he like deleted it. I'm like, it's crazy. But
I need to talk about it.
the only thing
so
I'll quickly
funny.
say on this topic is just like, and you guys have probably had the same experience with the people that follow you when you've like posted about it.
Mm-hmm.
I've never gotten so many replies being like, what parasite cleanse are you doing? I want to do a parasite cleanse. Like, and it's like, I don't want to like gatekeep this thing because I do think it can be like a very beneficial thing. But like, I literally have been working on my foundations for 3 years before I was like, and it doesn't need to be that long, but before I'm like, I feel like I'm going to get a lot out of this. And like, I don't want to be that person that's like, well, I mean, have you tested your gut? Have you worked on your minerals? Have you done an HTMA? Like,
yeah. Well, and even like I posted that reel the other day that was like, this is so cool. I'm like cleansing parasites without even literally being on a parasite cleanse. Guess how many messages I got being like, what parasite cleanse are you using? I'm like,
did you actually?
Yes. I'm like, you guys are missing the point of my cool video. Like, it's vibes. I'm just
I do want to hear that though. Like, you're actually noticing parasites come out just like randomly.
This week, things have really amped up, and I kind of forgot it was the full moon. I'm like, what is going on? Is it that chili I ate? Like, what's happening? But yeah, so like in that reel that I talked about, do you notice like the smell
Yes.
that I'm talking about?
It smells like dog poop.
It's like death. Like it's a toxic smell. Like when parasites die, anything they're carrying and holding on to, mold, toxins, heavy metals, all of that shit, they just like explode and release, and then you poop that out. And you're taking a binder when you're on a parasite cleanse, so it like wraps it up and takes it out of your body, but it just smells like death. It's absolutely disgusting. You just never forget it. I remember when we had Christy on the podcast and I was like, whoa, this is happening again. Right when I got pregnant with Jake, I was just smelling that smell, and then finally clued in to like sift through my poop, tons of worms. And then, for the past like week, I'm just like, this is
Pat.
out of control. And then I remembered it was the full moon because all you guys are texting me being like, what's going on with my parasite cleanse? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Well, it was funny because on WEC, both Sarah and Zoe were like, I texted Kira last night.
They're both panicking. I'm like, what is happening, you guys? Everyone's so cute.
I know. It's crazy, but
It is crazy.
But I remember one time when I was in the thick of my parasite cleanse and I took it to like Brett's parents' house, took my coffee enema kit there. And I, for many reasons, have started doing them just butt naked because I wrecked one. I wrecked one of my favorite sweatsuits. So I was wearing like a gray sweater and I would just like take my pants off and then I had some explosion and it went all up
like from your butt.
Well, I was laying on a towel and I think I think it like dripped out of the thing after I took it out and then a little bit was like,
yes.
I don't know. I didn't always have an easy time holding it. Like I had a lot of times where it would start coming out and I would like try. Sorry.
Yeah. No, don't be sorry.
Oh no, keep going.
And then the towel had it on it and then it like soaked up the towel and went up my back. And so it wrecked my sweatsuit and I didn't notice. And then I wore it out and Brett was like, is that shit or coffee all up your back? And I was like, oh my God. Like I washed it, but it was a stain from the coffee. So anyway, so that traumatized me and now I do them totally naked. So I brought it to Brett's parents' house and their bathroom door, I didn't know it. It has a lock, but it just one of those little tiny twister ones. I just turned it and I was doing it in the shower because like I was at their house. I'm like, I better just do it in the shower and then I can just like hose anything down, whatever. And Ellie just comes barreling in the bathroom and I'm like buck naked, legs up the wall in the shower, like with that thing up my ass. And Bernie's just like grabs Ellie. She's like, sorry. I'm not looking. I'm like, oh my God. Get out.
Oh, so you do legs up the wall.
Yeah.
What do you not read her parasite guide?
Well,
I never do that.
3 I read, one said insert it when you're laying on your left side or on your left side and then turn to your right side.
Yeah, I don't do any of that shit.
Yeah. That's what I always did was start on my left. Then I would do like 5 and then 5 on my back and then 5 on the other side. But I don't know if it really matters because sometimes it would suck because by the time I got to my right side, I couldn't hold it anymore. So I'm like only ever doing.
And right side's the liver. Like that's how you.
I always just put my legs like over the tub for some reason. Like it just felt like it made it easier to like put it in. And then I liked sitting like that for some reason. I don't know why.
No, that makes sense.
And then when I was at Brett's parents, I was just in a small shower. So I had no choice but to put my legs up the wall. But now I'm feeling like that's genius.
Yeah, well, it's nervous system. It's 2 birds with 1 stone, baby.
Yeah, because your body can't think it's running from a bear if you're got your legs
can't
up a
run
wall.
from a bear if your legs are up a wall. Should we say that again? No, I'm just kidding. But that's crazy. No, I'm so glad that you got your first couple out of the way. And just a little side note, the reason why you don't want to do a parasite cleanse or just jump right into it is because parasites are there for a reason and it's more about the environment. And so if you don't work on the environment at all, then yes, you could do a parasite cleanse. You might kill some parasites, but then they're just going to come back. And also if your drainage isn't open and you're not pooping every day, then those parasites are just going to be even more
recirculated,
active and around. And so it's just not like a level 1 thing to do and it's really not worth it. And you'll feel a lot better if you just like eat whole foods.
It's also so mineral intensive to parasite cleanse. And like Jeb was like 4 lows for a while and it's like if she didn't know that and had gone into a parasite cleanse, it really could have like damaged her minerals even more. And
I know sometimes I think about it because when I did my very first one, it was my very first protocol. I was 4 low and I killed H. pylori at the same time. And I had 2 major parasites that like showed up on my GI map. And then probably a lot more, you know what I mean? And I went and I'm like, I think that's why I was so fucking tired. I would just sleep all the time.
Yeah. Your body was like,
help me. So everyone does it a little different, but that's why we mainly just don't want you guys to jump into one. But I know even some of
it's just a waste of money. That's exactly what I was thinking when all these people were messaging me. Like, it's not even that. It's like you can't. It's just like these kits aren't cheap for one thing, and like
a good one isn't. Yeah,
a good one isn't, and it's just like
if it's $30, it's a waste of money.
Yeah, exactly.
And if it's $500,
terrain
it's a waste
isn't
of
good,
money.
then they're coming back.
Yeah.
So that's why.
And it's cool if sometimes, like for me right now, that I'm like really well resourced and my nervous system just like my body starts to push them out without even cleansing. And I remember that watching people do that in the group that I did it with. And I was like, oh, that's so annoying. Like, I hate you that you don't
It
even
is
have to
so
do it.
funny that you talk about that smell because I'm like, okay, I feel like I know exactly what the smell is, but I never like put that correlation, so I'm gonna have to look next time I
Yeah,
have a
you should
poop that
start.
smells like that.
And it even could just be die off, so you might not see anything, or it might just be like eggs or larvae or like all the different stages of worms that are living in various organs in your body. You just never know.
So,
And don't
anyways,
worry, I just added a parasite cleanse episode to our episode planning sheet. I'm like, why have we not done a parasite cleanse episode? So I'm gonna work on that because I feel like people just need to know.
yeah, people need to know. That'll be good. So we'll dive more into it then, but that's a good update, Jeb, and excited to see if it makes a difference on your periods.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am too. Holy.
It's also
It'll be
just, like,
interesting even seeing
cool.
this period because I'm supposed to get it any day now.
I wonder if you'll have any worms in it, like
I know.
did.
What were you gonna say, Kira?
I was just like remembering, just reminiscing.
Just thinking back to the good old days.
I'd give anything to do a coffee enema. Well, Ellie headbutted me this morning on purpose. So,
Oh my God, actually. So what
mhm.
did you do? Head her back and say we don't fucking do that in this household?
Honestly, you guys, like basically, pretty much. But like I don't know if I'm like, I don't know if is it even bad if I say this, but like I would never ever 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 hurt her, hit her. Like that's never going to happen, but it's like sometimes your body is like all you want to do is fucking just like drill them in the
Yeah.
I get that all the time with Zach, and now I just tell him, "Oh my
No.
God, I really want to hurt you right now." He's like, "Well, punch me then, Lacey." And then I punch him as hard as I can, and then he's like, "Does your hand hurt?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I start
Sometimes I
crying.
get that with like kids though. Like this sounds so bad. It's like obviously not my kids, but when like little kids are being annoying, it's like I would love to fucking kick you right now. Like kick you. I'd love to boot you across the room.
Oh, just wait until like I was
But I
like
totally
holding
get that feeling, yeah, because there's just
like my
nothing you can
body is
do
just, like
either, but you just want to so bad.
yes. But I'm also like I need to investigate like why to me anger and rage mean hitting. Like that's an interesting.
I think
Yeah,
it's just like
that's a play out of my playbook. Or no, wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was growing up when we would
Squeeze
fight.
play.
Kira would kill me with her words, and then I would just take my nails straight to her arm and dig them in
Lock.
and
Lacey would like
abuse.
lock her finger on. See if you pulled away, it would like rip. Like you couldn't pull away, but it would just hurt so bad, so you had
You're
to.
gonna fuck around, you're gonna find out.
yeah, me and my brother would chase each other around with knives. So
yeah, we would do that too. Multiple
like
times.
that's so crazy. Like our parents must have been like
Marina would like call my mom at work, like, Kira and Lacey are chasing each other around with a knife again. It's like,
what do I do?
Like the fact we went into like the knife, like
I
got
know.
knives.
That actually makes me feel better that you and your brother used to do that, though.
Yeah,
Oh
that
my
does.
God,
I
we
haven't
would
ever
fight
heard
so
anyone say
hard.
they did it too, so that makes me.
I remember one time I was chasing Kira and she ran into the bathroom, and I was outside the bathroom, and I had my shoes on because we were just about to leave for school, and I kicked the door of the bathroom and it put a big hole in it, and I'm like sitting there with my knife, like,
We had to
kill you.
And we had to pay for that door. But you know why? Because you hid under the bed and I pulled the lamp out. And it was one of, those lamps that we used to get. And like the base was like orange and the top was like orange or blue. And it was like kind of see through.
Oh, yes.
Like the old MacBooks. And then it had like a snaky like lamp neck or whatever. I like took that and you were in underneath our bunk bed and I like whipped you with it, like fucking hit you so hard with it. And then I was just like, oh no. So I ran to the bathroom and slammed the door and locked it. And Lacey just kicked her foot right through the door.
Oh, I was so mad. Anyways,
but I
learned
remember
to
our
deal with our
parents made
emotions.
our parents made us pay for the door and then they never fixed it. And I was so mad. I'm like, so what, you guys just pocketed that $400? Like, what the fuck?
I don't remember that part that we had to pay for it. That's funny.
Yeah. Probably only I had to pay for it and you probably just like weaseled your way out of it or something.
Oh, for sure I did.
So what did you actually do when Ellie had butted you?
Oh, I did like hold on to her like this and make her stare into my eyes. And I said, we do not do that in this house. And she was like, "Eh," and I said, say yes, mom. She's like, what? I'm like, say, I don't know. I just went psycho. I'm like, say yes, mom. And she wouldn't. So I like put her in her bedroom and she's like, yes, mom. And then I'm like, oh no. Like you like come back to life and you're
You
just
come
like,
to.
what just happened? Like, I'm so sorry.
So where did she headbutt you? Like in the head?
I was holding her. We were face to face. And I said, you need to go sit down. Like, we're going to Auntie's and you need to just like finish your breakfast. And she just goes, fucking headbutts me.
It must have hurt her too.
She didn't even flinch.
Oh my God.
That is too
ow.
And it's
funny.
just like,
That'd be a hard challenge to keep
very-
your cool.
and she's like so emotionally, she's very intense emotionally, but also like intelligent. So it's like none of the shit you read about kids like works on her. None of it does because she's like, well, I'm like, it's okay to cry, Ellie. Like, I know you're upset because like I told you you can't like gentle parenting is like natural consequences. So like if you color on the table again, I'm taking your markers away. Okay.
Mhm.
Colors on the table again. Okay, we can't have markers now. She's sad, she's crying. I'm like, it's okay, we can cry. Like it's okay. I understand you're upset. I'll be here for you if you're crying. She's like, do you like to see me cry? You just want to see me cry all the time.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
no, I don't. Well, then give me my felt. I'm like, but I can't. I can't give you them back because you just like to
Wow.
see me cry. I'm like, no, I don't know. Like she's next level.
What a
But I'm like, this is
smart
gonna
little
serve you so
girl.
well one day. Yeah, she's so I like it. It's amazing. I'm like, wow, you're incredible. But it sucks.
Good shit.
Your lesson.
Yeah, she's teaching me a thing or two about a thing or two.
But yeah, it's
'Cause were
probably
you,
how
like-
to direct your anger into other ways besides wanting to hurt your daughter.
This is so bad.
Were you like a
What do you
very
say?
high, like emotionally intense kid, Kira?
I would say probably yes.
Yeah,
I
so
would
was
say
I.
for
So I'm
sure.
like, I know if I have a daughter, I'm gonna
You're
be
gonna get it.
given my
I
lesson.
think I was pretty intense, yeah, to the point where like there was no room for anyone else in our house to have any emotions.
So we're all emotionally I never thought of it like that. But checks
between
out.
me and mom, it was like there was
a lot of
a
emotions.
lot going on.
That's actually, I've never like heard it that way. That's interesting to think about, but it does make sense.
You're like, I'm just gonna go this direction because that direction is full. But that's
so
what
interesting.
that's what kids do. They like see they don't fill a hole that's already full. So if there is like,
Yeah, they do the opposite of like their older sibling, basically, which
Mhm.
makes sense.
Yeah, and it's not like I was like stable emotionally and like everyone's like, oh wow, Kira's just like so amazing and handling everything so well.
What
It
a
was like,
role model.
no, it wasn't like that.
Well, it's even
maybe.
just interesting to think about because Ellie's most of her life we're going through your fertility journey too. So it's just interesting to see like how she perceived that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, God. It's like, fuck, what have I done?
Well,
Oh,
no.
Kira,
No,
you're
I
such a
didn't
good
mean-
mom.
Yeah, you really messed her up.
No, but
No.
I mean, I did. I'm sure I did. Like, I know there's going to be stuff, but it's just like, wow. Yikes.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Everyone's gonna mess up their kid in some
Yeah,
way.
no, I know that. I'm not like super worried about it, but I think it's a normal thing, especially when it's like same gender. And if you are on like, I don't know, if you're paying attention to yourself and your emotions and your relationships with your kids, you're just like, whoa, it just
Mhm.
impacts everything you do. They literally do. So it's like, you can't get away with anything. Like, it just blows my mind to think that some parents think their kids are just acting away because they're a dick as a kid. And it's like, they're literally doing what like, she does exactly what we do. She doesn't do anything that she's never seen done before.
That's so interesting.
And it's like, oh, okay.
A mirror, some would say.
Yeah, you might say they're
It's
a
like
mirror,
holding up a
but
mirror. Looking
yeah.
at it.
Wow.
Crazy. So what else is new, you guys? Oh, I went heli-skiing. Have we talked?
Yes.
Have you guys heard this story?
Yeah, you told us after the day
Oh.
after.
Well, I'm going
You
to share it
told
again
us, but
anyways for the people
yeah.
of the pod, because the people want to know and the people are going to get. So what we do is we me and Jensen are in love with the podcast The Toast, you guys. Not that we're trying to send you to different podcasts, but it's a good one. So that's where I got that do. But yeah, me and Zach went heli-skiing, and it was
That's
the
why we
most
can't lie. We just have to give credit every time.
Yeah, we just have
compared
to
some
give-
people.
we have to give credit to where credit is due.
Yeah.
Duty.
They have a lot of like funny words. Yeah.
where credit is due.
They have an insane vocab. Like they really motivate me to want to extend my vocabulary.
Yeah,
Expand.
same. They do have a good vocabulary, but enough about them. More about us.
Bet you they've never gone heli-skiing.
Yeah, I
for
bet you
sure
they haven't. But it was the most intense thing ever, you guys. It's really not a long story, so don't worry. But we went heli-skiing on mine and Zach's 1-year anniversary. His other friend was actually supposed to go, and I wasn't going to go because Zach kind of wanted to just go once and check it out and make sure that I would actually have fun before I ruined his trip of heli-skiing that he's been wanting to do his whole entire life. But I weaseled my way in there, and we drove to Revelstoke, and we did 7 runs fully. So that means like the helicopter comes down to the place, picks us up, brings us up the mountain, drops us off. We go down, picks us up, brings us to another spot on the mountain. And the first 3 runs were just so taxing physically and so hard. And they weren't really like that great of runs. And so I wasn't actually scared by the terrain, which is I thought what was going to be the scary part. I actually felt like pretty confident. There was definitely like 3 probably like 15-foot cliffs that I had to just send it off of because there was no other way to get down. And I'm just
And like 15 feet, can we just
Yeah, like how tall is, can we like
a
conceptualize that?
ceiling is like 8 feet. Like imagine
Yeah.
that? I can't.
So yeah, I'm like kind of looking at my roof right now, and I'm like, it was probably this tall, but I'm like, I feel like these ceilings are kind of tall. So no, it was intense, and I was like, oh my gosh, but there's so much powder, so you just like send it, and it doesn't hurt. But
Yeah.
they did a lot of like avalanche control, and we had like an hour of avalanche training. And actually, in the last like 1 month, there's been like 5 deaths in Western Canada from
No.
avalanches
It's been really
because
bad.
Oh my God.
this season has been so like we get a dump of snow and then it warms up, and so then that snow
Yeah.
turns to ice, and then we get another dump of snow, and so then it's just like avalanche territory because then the snow just like slides off that layer. And so while
Did you
we're
hear
doing it, there was
about
a
the
couple. What?
6 girls. Like it was like a group of 12 girls and 6 girls died in California.
No. Oh my God. That's really
no. So that's not even included in that stat then.
Yeah.
But I guess it's pretty
Crazy.
Western Canada.
That's
But yeah,
so
there was just
sad.
like 2 boys, 2 like 16-year-old boys. One got out, one didn't.
No.
But there was multiple times where we had to like stop on a cliff, and then our guide went down and like did the test of the avalanche. He's like, okay, we can't go this way. And then he would go over there, and he's like, okay, come
I
over
would
here
hate
and follow
this.
me over
I
here."
would fucking hate this.
It was
No.
actually it was scary. It was scary, and I didn't really have that much fun, to be honest. But
But you checked
But-
it off the list.
I checked it off the list, and it was one of those things where it like stretches your capacity for hard shit. And like, because multiple times I would be in the middle of nowhere wanting to cry, like on the edge of crying because my legs are fucking burning. I'm just like, you don't know when the end is going to come. And the other thing with that is like when you're at the resort, it's like, okay, you go to the bottom, then you get like 5 minutes in line, and then 15 minutes up the chair, then you buckle in, you get like 20 minutes in between runs. Heli-skiing is like helicopter picks you up, you're up there.
Chopper.
Yeah, literally
Get in.
5 minutes, get out, strap in. And then I'm also the slowest person there because there's only me, Zach, his brother Kirk, the guide, and then one more other guy, and they're
Shout
all
out
pros.
Kirk.
And so shout out Kirk. And
Love
so when you're in the back, that's the worst place because you never get a break because they stop and they wait for you to catch up, and then
Yeah.
you catch up to them, and then they go again. And so I never get a break. And like by run 4, my back leg was like actually cramping. And it was just because there's so much powder. I don't know how to ride in powder. And I used a new board that I never used before, like a powder board. And so I just knew that the board was not working for me because I was like, there's no fucking way that people have fun doing this and they're working as hard as I am, because I also know that I'm strong and my legs are jacked. So I'm like, if my legs are to the point of cramping right now, like there's no way that Kirk is doing this as much, like, right? So
I just feel like it's such a, I also feel like for women, like it's just like a different kind of like strength almost, you know what I mean? Like I know you are so strong, Lacey, and also I just feel like it's just a whole other like thing that
It's a
we're
whole
not
new
used
sport.
to. Yeah,
No,
like
'cause
it's,
people are like,
it's
well-
not like regular snowboarding.
No, because they're like, "Do you feel like you need to get, like, better?" And I'm like, "I think my skill was there. It's just my
At
skill
saying
in the
no.
powder." Yeah, like, I'm
No, I'm
like,
kidding.
"No, I don't think I could get any better than I am right now." And in fact, but so no, it was just mainly like the powder and how physically demanding it was, but I'd just be like so close to literally on edge, like I would cry like a couple tears, but then you're like, "Lacey, like there's literally you can't break down right now because when you're alone, everyone is waiting for you and you have like 4 minutes till the chopper is fucking down there waiting for you."
God,
And so you
Lacey.
just have to like keep going. And then so that's why I like it, I think. And that's like what my and
Mhm.
Zach's whole journey have been since I started snowboarding with him, because there's just so many times where it's like, well, you literally can't quit. So you can either sit at the top of that cliff and cry and then come down, or you can just come down. So it was a good experience, but it definitely was fucking intense. And I felt bad the first couple runs. I'm like, "Sorry, honey, am I ruining it for you?"
Oh.
He's like, "No,
I
you're fine." I'm like,
You made me not I feel like you can do ones that are, like, just longer and not like yours sounded freaking intense, like
well, because
Yeah.
even I was Googling like the reviews the night before, and it was like, "This is not a beginner one, like, do like this is expert territory." And I'm just like in my head, and I'm like, "Oh my God." But
Oh, no.
honestly, it wasn't the terrain was fine. It was just being in powder and that much, it just create you have to use so much force when you don't know how to use a board, because you're supposed to put more weight in the front because you have that long nose, and then it's easier. But when you do that on a normal snowboard, you go toe in, and you just don't want to fall because it takes so much effort to get out of the fucking snow. So it's like, I
Yeah.
just don't want to snow. So I'm like, using so much of my back leg to like carve. And it was just, yeah, it was wild though. So I think I would go again, but I probably want like one more season in between. But I don't even know. It really wasn't like, I wasn't like, "Oh my God, this is awesome." There's a couple times where I was like, "Woo." And then that's about it.
It would be fun to do one, I feel like that's just, like, long runs and you, like, keep going, you know what I mean? But I
Yeah.
feel like the steep
Well, and
and, like,
even
the
because we were
cliffs, like,
steep
fuck
and in the
that.
trees. So we were steep and we were in the trees. We did like 2 runs where it's like the alpine, which is like the very, very top of the mountain where it is like full open, which was so
Wow.
cool. But then we kinda had to go into the trees because it just got so windy. But
Oh. See, and I
yeah.
also like steep trees and powder in the trees, like, literally kill me, like, I would stay at the top of the
No,
mountain and
you would
cry.
wanna do, like, a lot of tree you'd wanna be confident in the trees for sure before you did it. But I think cat skiing is better because then you all get to ride in the cat ski and it takes longer to get to the top and you get more of a break. But that's what I was gonna say is, like, the helicopter would come in, it would have, like,
Mhm.
say it's 15 feet, the helicopter wide,
Mhm.
the place where it would land would be 20 feet. So the riders would be on one side, the guide would be on the other, and then the helicopter would have to come and land perfectly in between you. And you're like looking up and it
God.
looks like it's going to fucking land on you. And you're like, "Oh my God," and you're just getting like blown over with all this snow and and then you get in and it was like 5 minutes between runs. And we're just like, you're sweating and the helicopter's hot. And it's just like, it was a lot.
Boy.
But
That
Okay,
is
well,
so cool that you did that, but does not sound like something I'm
no, it
itching
was
to do right
intense.
away.
But
The
gotta
last time
get
I
that,
went
gotta expand your capacity, you guys.
the last time I went skiing with Matt, he, like, always freaking takes me down this one little, like, loop, and I hate it every time, like, it's just something about, like, you have to kinda, like it's really close to a cliff, so if you end up going the wrong way, like, you're, like, going off of a cliff, and there's not, like, a ton of snow in there, and every time I freaking hate it, especially when there's not, like, a ton of coverage. He takes me down, and of course, I don't ever pay attention to where we
yeah, I
are,
was
like,
gonna
I
say
just
you're just like,
follow
"Meh."
him. I know, I'm like I noticed the, like, place, I'm like and he's like, "'Kay, you just" and I'm, like, going across, you can literally see the rock face, and then it, like, gets to a point, I'm, like, so scared, I'm like, "Matt," like, you have to, like, literally, like, shuffle down, like, the side of this rock, I'm like, "Matt, what if I fall and I don't stop?" And he's like, "Well, you're gonna stop at one point." And I was, like, literally, like,
Okay.
almost
So I
crying.
have no sympathy, but it's totally
No.
true. But skiing's more sketchy because we took Erin up because Erin, our friend, came to visit us, and she's like pretty beginner skier, but she can do it. And it was so funny because there's this long backstory about how she always says that Zach makes her feel so safe whenever she's with us, and she just can like fully relax. And on the very first run, Zach, we never do the runs; we always are in the trees. So we take her down this run. It's like pretty much a black mogul. And the thing with skiing is like you guys can't just go on your toe edge and like shuff. You know what I mean? Like you have
Yeah.
to literally be able to be good at carving or you're fucked. And so it was just like, because I was like thinking about that skiing, I'm like, yeah, you guys like to get really, really good, it's like such a bigger step than snowboarding.
There's no like loopholes, I guess. Like you
No.
have to just like be so good on your edge, and it takes a long time, but I finally feel like I'm getting to a point where I feel confident in the trees. I can do basically any run. I just like hate when it's icy or low visibility or like cold. I'm just such a
It's
fair
also
weather
just like
skier.
it's crazy when you think about it that there's just like so many people of all different skill levels just careening down the fucking mountain at like crazy speeds, just like crisscrossing fucking like that. Just
Oh my God.
I know. I always
Especially
like to think
Whistler,
about
like
when they invented the sport. They're just like climbed up a mountain and like strapped on two things,
two
to their
wooden
feet, and they're like,
planks.
fuck yeah, let's go down. That's so funny. Okay.
yeah.
Last thing I want to just share is you guys, my sauna.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
finished.
It's so nice. It's a Finnish sauna.
So nice.
It's fully finished from Finland. No, but it's so fucking nice, and it's
looks
crazy
amazing.
because for those listening, like I've wanted a sauna for probably 7 years now, and it's like anytime anyone asks me well, do you want to do this? Do you want to buy this? Do you want this for Christmas? I'm like, I want a sauna. I want a sauna. I want a sauna. I want a sauna. I don't want to buy that until I have a sauna, and now I have a sauna, and I'm like, it was just cool. I
it's
was
so
reflecting in
nice.
it the other night, and I was like, it's like funny to see like these dreams that you've had for so long and now it's like true. And I'm like, now I have a fucking sauna in my backyard, and me and Zach are just absolutely obsessed. And so now my new nighttime routine is I go in the sauna and then we go out, and Zach bought like a big tub thing that we just filled with a hose for like cold plunge, and I barely go in it, and I just like stand on the grass and ground for like 10 minutes, and then we go back into the sauna, and it's just been like the full moon since we like had it pretty much. So that was another
You're like,
question.
I am health.
I'm just
I am wellness.
yes, this is epic. But my question for you guys, if you know the answer, because as I'm staring at the moon, I'm like, is this bad for my circadian rhythm?
I know.
Is it though? I don't know. Like,
don't
what
think you can
light is
escape it.
this?
It's blue. I don't know. I'm assuming it's blue light because it's reflecting off the sun, right? And honestly, it's what's worse is like the light pollution from like being outside in a city.
Reflected from the sun, right?
Yeah. Is that what I
Yeah.
said?
Okay.
So we're gonna have to look that up. Are you sure?
What?
Like, should I not be staring at the moon when I'm doing my nighttime routine
I
and
think
howling? Me, I was like,
Of course.
"Ooh," and Zach's like, "Shut up! You're so embarrassing." Like,
to
just do it. It
howl.
feels good, man. It feels good. But
I know. I love
yeah,
looking
I
at it.
feel
I was
like
thinking
it
the
will
same
be
thing last night.
impacting your circadian rhythm. But sometimes it's like about risk
yeah, but I
versus
can just put
reward,
on my orange
baby.
glasses.
Yeah, I would be probably wearing
But I do
mine,
feel
to be honest.
connected.
Yeah,
to
so
the-
maybe on the full moon you allow yourself to just bare naked, howling, whatever. But just being out there, like your neighbors will have lights, there's street lights, like that stuff is worse. Probably.
Yeah,
I know it is funny when I go on my walk and I'm like, there's a light. Yeah, blind me.
I
Like
know.
here I am getting my sunset walk and everyone's got their external like lights on. I'm just like, I hate you all.
I know. It's hard.
I was thinking though with the parasite cleanse, because it's the decrease in melatonin that lowers your immune or increases your lowers your immune response, and that's what allows you to kill them off.
From the full moon?
Yeah.
The full moon is increase in serotonin, and which is what
And
they feed
decrease
on.
melatonin.
So that's why, yeah.
I read in like my pamphlet, it's the decrease in melatonin that like lowers your immune response, so you're not like fighting them off. So then you're able to actually like.
Well, and that's why that's part of the reason that they're like out and more active too. So it's the serotonin brings them out, and that does, and then you can.
It actually even makes more sense now that the moon would mess with your circadian rhythm, because when it's full moon and they're light out and we have less melatonin, we're probably supposed to like stay awake and go fight or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because it's so
probably.
bright.
Probably.
Probs. Things that make you go,
Well, anyway.
Anyways,
I saw there's this company that created they're like a supplement company, whatever. And they have like a GLP-1 supplement, which cool, whatever. But I literally, there was 30 comments, so I just went to read them, and there was 6 people asking if it was safe to take while they're breastfeeding. So I just want to do a little PSA, you guys, that if you're struggling to lose weight while you're breastfeeding, like there's a reason for that, and you don't need to, like, why are we trying to lose? I don't even know what to say. Feels dumb to say you shouldn't be trying to lose weight while you're breastfeeding, but
It's the dichotomy of being a woman. You're supposed to breastfeed, but everyone wants to lose weight after they have a baby. And you're expected to bounce back.
I actually seen this really good take on it. And it was pretty much because you like lose so much of your identity in it that women like hold on to that because it feels like one thing that they can have control over, that they to get back to that like old version of them because all of a sudden they're this new thing. I seen a really good post about it. And I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense, is why so many women get like so obsessed with that, because it's like you just lose all sense of self. And then it's like, it feels like the easiest thing to do is like, I'm just going to lose weight and then I'll feel better. Right. But it's like, no, you're just literally a new human and you're never going to go back to the way that you were. And it's just the sooner that you
and even like now that you say that, like for me, I'm like, I can't do any detox, I can't do any cleansing. And it's like kind of the same thing. Like I know in my brain, like you don't need to be focused on weight loss, you don't need to be focused on detox. But I'm like, God, what I would kill to do a fucking coffee enema right now. It's kind of the same thing. It's like you don't have that control over your body, like you're doing.
Well, and you also lose, like you're now breastfeeding or whatever.
Yeah,
so it's like
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
It's like not just your own self that you're worried about, which I mean, yeah, I don't know. It just annoyed me. I like screenshotted them all. I'm like, how can I turn this into a reel? Like, have we lost the fucking plot entirely?
Yes, we have. 100%. But I think even what you said of like, I can't remember what episode this was, but you know, we store excess toxins in our fat. And so when losing that, then those toxins can circulate, which can impact.
Well, and your body prioritizes making milk over literally anything else, including fat loss. Yeah. Which I didn't really know that either. So it's like, it's such a labor intensive process to make milk. And then your body just like forgets about losing weight. So it's okay.
Well, and if you're losing a ton of weight when you are breastfeeding, it's because you're not eating enough. So
yeah, and like it's normal to lose quite a bit, like not quite a bit, but like to lose some, like once you've had the baby and your body like regulates and everything. But it's like once you're like 4, 6, 8 months out, you should kind of be able to maintain supply and weight.
Yeah, everyone's so different, so it's hard to say with that. But I agree, it's kind of like let your body have that initial adjustment and then just chill for a year. But we'll see. Easier said than done, I'm sure. So you guys might have to talk me off the ledge if I ever get pregnant.
You will. You will.
Hopefully soon. We thought we nailed it last month, but we didn't yet again.
It's coming.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm ready.
I'm ready. Just like that. This is our manifestation.
Yes.
Lacey's gonna have a baby.
Yes.
I wrote on
That's what I was saying to the moon, and I'm like, I think I see a baby in the clouds. Wait, I think I see twins.
Oh, that's so funny.
Twins would be the dream,
right?
I always write on my whiteboard like stuff I'm manifesting, and so I just wrote on there, Lacey's pregnant. And then Brett's mom was here over the weekend, and she's like, I'm so sorry. I just walked into your office and I'm like, oh no, that's my manifesting board. So she's like, oh, okay, good. I felt so bad.
She's like, I know a secret.
I'm like, no, it's okay.
You should have just gone with it, Kara. Just
put it out there.
Yeah,
just to get it out in the uni.
Well, okay, guys. Well, my power never got turned off.
Yeah. Well, we did success. We did have success.
What even was this episode?
I don't know. Okay, well, thanks everyone for listening and tuning in this week's episode. If you listened on YouTube, please ring the bell and give us a review and share it with your friend if you were thinking about doing a parasite cleanse or GLP-1 or going heli-skiing. Talk to you next week.
Or headbutting your kid.
Punching
your kid. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for tuning in to The Wellness Effect. We're so grateful to be part of your wellness journey. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and follow us on Instagram. We'll put all of our handles in the show notes. If you have questions or ideas, slide into our DMs or send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, keep creating your own wellness effect.